Good morning. My name's WKinder. I'm a teacher and a mindfulness practitioner and a goat hiker. Yeah, there's more to that. And I love seeing people live on Zoom calls or go Google calls or go meeting calls or whatever. I love seeing people live and interacting as best we can during these times. But today I recorded this. I recorded it because there is uncertainty in my internet, and therefore it was too risky and too vulnerable almost that I would try to do this live for you all, because I had to weigh being there live and the potential of dropping the call repeatedly, which happened 5 times during a recent training. And so with that risk, I decided to do my plan B, my second option of recording it ahead of time so that I can feel kind of the way I'd like you to experience moments of ease. I wouldn't feel ease if I just said, you know what, I'm doing it live no matter what. That's the best. That's the best practice. That's what works best for me. I'm most comfortable, but I wouldn't be comfortable. And I know that. And so I've kind of had to pivot to say, I'm recording this as a morning practice, and I will do exactly what I would otherwise do, or at least close, to doing this with you live this morning. So just know that I'm actually kind of modeling the notice what you feel, notice what fits you and what doesn't, and then make your next choice based on that. So it's actually a mindful practice in choosing to record. I know, I can actually twist anything into anything, but that's really why I'm wanting to do this way, because it's just too uncertain in a time of phenomenal uncertainty. So we're going to do a mindful practice together. And just to kind of lay a foundation, mindfulness often is defined as a way of paying attention repeatedly, so it's a practice, a way of paying attention that allows for moment-to-moment awareness and potentially allows for, this gets long, potentially allows for a distancing from distraction, distancing from the past, or even creating space between you and the future. We have this most amazing moment of right here, right now. Mindfulness is about the quality of attention we can bring to the present moment. And noticing when we go anywhere other than the present moment with our attention, and we go, whoa, I was thinking about the past. Why was I? No. Bringing our attention just to, wait, in this moment, I'm right here, right now. In this moment, I'm breathing. In this moment, I'm sitting. So we'll practice different moments of mindfulness this morning. And this afternoon, we'll do a little bit more movement, but still with mindfulness and the practice of putting attention on one thing in this moment over and over and over, even when we're moving, even when we're not. So thank you for joining me. What I'll invite you to do first is comfort zone. A lot of people talk about comfort zone. Teachers, instructors, leaders. Okay, everyone's talked about comfort zone at some point, but the comfort zone I'm talking about is one you create for yourself. A mindful comfort zone. I use that term a lot, mindful. But a mindful comfort zone means that you move your attention to different parts of your body and check in, and then create comfort there by the checking in process. So if your attention is kind of like a flashlight, right? You focus your attention on your seat. Yes, where your body meets your chair. For me, my body meets the ball. So I'm sitting on one of those yoga balls. But move your attention to what you feel there. Pressure, I'm assuming. But notice you can feel that pressure and maybe just allow your body to sink into your chair or your stool or your ball or whatever it is you're sitting on. Check in on that. And if at any time during even comfort zone practice you'd like to close your eyes or just look down at the table or desk in front of you, you can do that. I sometimes close my eyes even when I'm leading it. I notice that my attention can go to the more subtle things, sensory things, like I can sense that I'm leaning a little too far to the left and I want to put my weight in the center. Try that. See if there's comfort in the center of your chair. If your body shifts to be in the center, notice what that brings. Maybe your legs get a little more at ease. Speaking of the legs, move your attention, like the flashlight of your attention, if you had a flashlight for your attention, move your attention down to your feet. And maybe adjust your feet. I'm totally doing it right now. Adjust your feet so they're a little flatter on the floor. So that both feet hold some weight, maybe 50-50. The toes are in on it, the heels are in on it. But they're as flat and centered as you can. As you can create for you. And then the legs don't really have to be that engaged. They're a little more at ease or a little softer. And if your feet feel like they're in the comfort zone, you'll notice that you probably don't move them too much anymore. Once they're comfortable, they might remain relatively still. And notice how that feels. Your feet on the floor, your seat in the chair. And then guide your attention to what you feel in your hands. And it's very possible that your hands are clasped. Hopefully they're not holding anything anymore. Let go of that stuff. And allow your hands to truly rest. So if they're clasped like this, or if they're just resting on your lap, or they're resting on your desk or your table. Shift around until you feel comfort with your hands where they are, on whatever angle, probably in contact with something else, so they're not just hanging down. And now they're still. Kind of cool. Shoulders might go down even. If your hands feel heavy, your shoulders can feel at ease, even the tiniest bit. And then move your attention to your jaw. Surprised you, right? So if you move your attention to your jaw and your top teeth are touching your bottom teeth, put a little space between them. Not so much like, no, just a little bit of space between your top teeth and your bottom teeth. That might create ease in the jaw. Might create comfort in the jaw, and then in the neck. And then maybe the shoulders go down a little bit more, comfort. And for some people, if their feet are comfortable, and their seat is comfortable, and their hands are comfortable, the feet, the seat, and the hands, there might be stillness. And the shoulders go down even a little more. The jaw relaxes a little bit more. If you're in the comfort zone, which probably looks different for every single one of us, it's your comfort zone. You might get distracted. You might just start to think about other things, a to-do list, what's going on next. Or you bring your attention back and go, wait, my body hasn't really needed to move in a little while. That's kind of cool. Comfort might equal stillness, might equal ease. Comfort zone is a practice. Shifting and adjusting until you feel comfort. And sitting in a certain way might be off to the side, might be different tomorrow, might be leaning a little more tomorrow. So that's why comfort zone is a practice, because you come back to it over and over and say, oh, okay, this morning when I sat in my comfort zone, it was different from the afternoon when I sit. So comfort zone is your first mindful practice. And now we'll incorporate some movement. The whole time, I'm inviting you to move your attention. Notice how that feels for you. The whole time, I'm inviting you to move your body or shift and adjust your breathing. Notice if that feels comfortable to you. The noticing in this moment, what you feel, is what you base your choice on. And if you want to go big, and we're doing movement of shoulders, then do big movement. But if you start to notice that big, no, that doesn't feel right, do small movement. Try one shoulder, just one at a time. Just notice. Notice what you feel and notice what fits you right here, right now. So the movement is very simple. Tilt, side to side. And it may not look like or feel like you're moving a lot, but the point is to feel what you are doing in this moment, side to side. Of course, notice the creaking and the popping that might be there. This is called Bobble Head. But this kind of Bobble Head can be really slow. And it can be less movement than what you're thinking you're supposed to be doing. Supposed to be is checking in on you and adjusting based on what you notice there. Doesn't have to be a certain angle, doesn't have to be a certain speed, and you can pause. And you can stay. And when you're done, you come back up to center, get comfortable again, and try lift and lower. Lift and lower. Slower if you'd like. Pause where you wish. Eyes might close, or just stare at a spot. I know, if you're moving your head, the spot keeps moving that you're staring at, but that's okay. And if you'd like, try a gentle circle if your body seems to want that. Go the other way. Don't go back too far, of course. Because you'll notice if you go back too far or close to back too far, your body tells you you're out of your comfort zone. The goal is not to get out of your comfort zone. The goal is to create a comfort zone for you. It's your zone, your limits. Don't even get close to limits. You start pushing too far. You start to notice discomfort and adjusting that your body's going to do to protect you from pushing outside your limits, your comfort zone. Okay. Do a little more. Breathing. There's breathing happening. And if your body is relatively still, and it's not still as in holding tight, it's still as in, it feels good to just be still. Right? Keep adjusting until you are there. But once your body is relatively still, not perfectly, relatively, then notice breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and out. And notice where you feel it. Because a big part of this morning practice is the focusing and the attention that kind of wakes up in your brain and in your nervous system. So the focusing might be happening. Let your attention focus on your rib cage, maybe your upper chest. Breathing's probably happening there. It's subtle, but it's there. And breathing can be shallow or short or long or medium or normal or not normal or whatever. It doesn't matter. You're just noticing without judgment. Just like, yeah, I'm breathing. Cool. Maybe you notice breathing in your back. Your body moves to breathe. Notice what that feels like. Shoulders down a little more. Breathing happening with more ease. The full in-breath might not happen during this short practice. Or it might. It's not the goal. Just breathing. Feeling it in the back, and then move your attention. If your attention was a flashlight, move the attention flashlight around to focus in on the belly. Breathing doesn't actually happen in the belly, but the muscles that help you breathe move there. So maybe you notice the belly inflate and deflate. Breathing is happening. Simply notice that. The body is at ease. The jaw, ease. The shoulders, ease. The body, inhale and exhale. Inhaling brings fuel to the brain and the body. That's kind of cool. So maybe if you need a little more energy, more fuel, more focus, more attention, more alertness, then you try just a filling breath. And then the out breath just goes. Let it go. But possibly if you're needing that ease, that comfort, that patience, then it's the out breath that you accentuate. So breathing in, that's just kind of regular. You don't need more fuel, more energy. No. You just need the out breath to be all the way. So you can patiently get through the next couple of minutes of this practice. Long, slow out breaths bring patience and ease. So just to review, the first practice, comfort zone. And on some days it takes me a little while to do that practice, a couple of minutes at least. And then Bobble Head, just kind of noticing what you feel as you move your head carefully, paying attention to your every sensation in the shoulders, in the neck, and the jaw. And then breath. Breath is moving. We'll call it body breathing or body breath. Just noticing that your body breathes. That's a practice in itself. Noticing where you feel it the most. And then we'll end very briefly with how we started. Feet. Notice your feet. Seat. Yep. Still sitting on the ball or the chair or the stool. Feel that. And then hands, wherever they've ended up. Hopefully they're in a comfortable place and not necessarily holding anything. Just here. Heavy. Feet, seat, and hands. That's another practice. Take good care. Thank you for practicing with me.